Take 2 because I fucked up. Games on Don't be acting like y'all ain't used to do the bounce. Once again, it's your boy Crack Diesel, Games on Crack YouTube channel. Hey, check me out on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/gamesOnCrack. Oh yeah, hit me up on social media platforms, Instagram and Twitter at Games on Crack. And yo, I love y'all. Like and subscribe, and if you feel what I'm doing, I'm taking donations. Cash tag Games on Crack. It will make the channel better. I can get some new equipment, do some better streaming. My Twitch stream looks like ass right now.
Oh my god, every time I get on this fucking mic, this dog starts to fucking bark. This shit trash.
It's not y'all fault, it's my fault. I just need a little bit more money. The way my life's set up, I got wife and kids. I'm still trying to finesse everything. You see what I'm trying to do? Oh, real talk, man. I was going to give y'all a video about representation in video games. And this was going to be a little prelude to my Michigan Comic-Con panel that I will be having. I will list that information at the end because I don't know it by heart because I'm an idiot. Damn it, I can check right now. My August 16th Comic-Con panel about being black and how it shapes your gaming experience. And just, you know, what it's like to be a black gamer. So I wanted to look into representation in video games. Not just video game development, but really primarily gaming media. That took me down a really dark rabbit hole, man. Really dark. Fucking weird out here in these YouTube streets. So some of you, a lot of you are probably familiar with the term SJW, and it is an acronym for social justice warrior. Come to find out, nobody likes an SJW. Late to the party, who knew? Maybe, just maybe, it comes from me being a black guy with knowledge of history and knowing that the civil rights movement was about correcting injustice on a social level, social injustices. So being a social justice warrior in the 60s and 70s seemed to be like a really positive thing. Seemed like a positive term for beyond people fighting for civil rights, the rights for any marginalized or underserved community. I guess that ain't what it is. I guess not. I guess that's not what it means anymore. Who knew? Nobody likes a social justice warrior. Why is that so fucking hard to say? I see why you call them SJWs. It's much easier. Look, man, I'm from the thinking of social injustice being corrected is a good thing. Never did I think that a social justice warrior, or an SJW, would just mean leftist. I'll put that in quotations, but I'll leave the fucking weirdo out of quotations because that's all I've been seeing. That's all I've been seeing is ultra liberal. I'm gonna keep throwing these up for any of these political fucking affiliations and shit, because I feel that the main issues aren't political in nature. It's humanity type things, you know? Like when you actually just don't judge someone by the way that they lean politically, and I don't know, maybe that's just, these things are beyond me.
Sir, my grandma just died.
I understand that, but it's above me.
Please let me.
It's above me. Sorry. The best restaurant is next door.
It's quite above me. Quite above me. Somehow the term social justice warrior has taken on a negative connotation in the social media era. That's the best way to explain it, because I can't equate the two. When I look at a Martin Luther King, Harry Belafonte, a Stokely Carmichael, Fred Hampton, list goes on and on, Rosa Parks, whoever you want to name, I can't look at those social justice warriors who fought for rights that I have now as a black person. I can't look at social justice warriors of that era in the way I feel like it's a slap in the face to those people to call the people that you're calling social justice warriors SJWs. It makes absolutely no sense, because when I break it down and when I see the qualms from one side against another side, it's usually that someone's being oversensitive. And I can't lie, it's been a lot. If you want to attribute it to the term SJW, it's a lot to be attributed to people being ultra hypersensitive. Cool. But other side, when we're talking representation, we're not talking about in a way in which we want to see black people in every video game. We want to see women characters have the lead, strong female leads in every game. Only strong female leads. We need more gay people in video games. We need no. This is not the fight. This is not the fight, other guys. Mad guys. There's a lot of you mad guys on YouTube. You guys are mad at the most hypersensitive people, and it's all a way to avoid what the real issues are. When I talk about representation, me personally, I mean in the industry, in gaming media. Hey, maybe a little more fully developed black characters in video games, in which we have been getting recently, but only recently. Can I take you back to a place that I love, a time that I love? The 90s. There was a guy. His name was Barrett Wallace. And oh my God, Barrett Wallace. If there wasn't a stereotype in a video game up until then, he was the stereotype. Stereotypical angry black man from the ghetto. This is true. This is all true. Cusses a lot. Fucking doesn't understand shit. Needs people to explain shit to him. I don't fucking know. All you see is just exclamation points, dollar signs, and shit. But you know what? Barrett had a heart of gold. And while we're talking about that, like let's be clear. This isn't just a hey white people, you got to do better by us conversation. This is also hey everybody, bring us in a little bit so we can explain these things to you. Barrett already sounding weird on the Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice.
We need some black people on the localization teams. God damn it. Like, what is going on? Okay? Like, it makes no sense to me. Moving on, or moving back to Barrett. Okay, this guy was a stereotype. He just was. I love Barrett. I love Barrett. It's fucking Mr. T, like on some other shit. That's Barrett Wallace. We accepted him, okay? Because you know why? Do you know why? Because we had like nobody. Who else was it? It was like DJ from Street Fighter. That's it. Balrog. Mike Tyson. What? Eddie Gordo.
You lose. Continue.
All these niggas fight. All these niggas fight. Is he Brazilian? Eddie Gordo, Brazil. He like. Is he Afro Latino? I don't. Hold up. That was after 97, wasn't it? It was like 98. Why all the niggas gotta fight? Huh? Or play basketball, football? We didn't have anybody really before Barrett. Not someone as prominent in such a big game. Like Final Fantasy VII is one of the landmark video games in video game history. Barrett has his place in the pantheon of black characters, but it's not like we have the greatest history. And this is, like I said, keeping in consideration, I never for one moment wanted Mario to be black. Shit. Everybody know Luigi like mixed anyway. He jumped higher and he's scared of ghosts. It was funny to me. Black people hate ghosts, okay? They hate ghosts. They don't acknowledge them. Now, white people, y'all want to play with ghosts. Y'all be wanting to see, what type of ghost? Nah, we ain't trying to see what type of ghost. We trying to get the fuck up out of here. You know how long Luigi been trying to get out that fucking mansion? Jumping high as fuck. Nigga rigging a fucking vacuum cleaner to kill ghosts. That's black. That's black, okay? But I've never looked at these games, especially just games that I loved, and just said, damn it, I need blacks. I need blacks. I need the blacks in these games. It wasn't particularly important until I got a little bit older. And this is when you start noticing things. There is, in my opinion, a problem with originality in video games today. And I only mean in a major sense. I know a lot of people are doing really dope indie games that don't get the shine like that. But if you talk about these main games, the big publishers, big game developers, AAA studios, even A studio, AA studios, whatever you want to break them down into, a lot of the same stories are being told. Even if you examine right now some of the biggest selling games, we could even look at just a Red Dead Redemption 2. Has roots from Red Dead Redemption 1. That was what, PS3 360 era. So, you know, that's from another era. Look at Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty's coming out for years. We going on decades, maybe. Damn, I'm old. Even if you look at Metal Gear Solid 5, like that, Metal Gear's been running since Famicom. Shit, we get new Tomb Raider games. Tomb Raider, PlayStation 1. It seems like game developers and publishers have the trump card of recognizability and household names, in which you don't really have to do much but not rock the boat with a certain fan base. And people are fine with that because, yo, we love the games that we love. And, you know, I'm not going to turn down, like, if I know this can't happen right now, but if Hideo Kojima could get the rights to Metal Gear Solid and put out a 6th one, I'm playing that shit. Like, there is no overload with Final Fantasy or Metal Gear Solid or any of these games that have just been running forever. Like, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. So, shit, Kingdom Hearts 3. Got the Rust Krakens up there. Check that out with Young Slaps. PlayStation 2 era. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are long-running franchises. So, I feel like there's a space for some innovation right now. And that would take different perspectives. I feel as though right now in gaming, while people are trying new things, I don't know if it's the same. It seems like it's the same people trying new things. And perspective is important with storytelling. So when I talk representation, it's more so about Black people having the opportunity to tell certain stories, and bring new visions. And that's just from anybody. But I'm just speaking from the perspective of, look, 89% of teens, Black teens, play video games. We, as Black people, consume white media all the time, or mainstream media. Just say white media. Why are we so, like, inviting to those things and it's not really reciprocated? And when I say that, I guess I say that knowing that there was just a hashtag for NotMyAriel that has gone on for about 2 or 3 days on the internet. And if you mad about that shit, you part of the fucking problem. It's a fucking fictional character. It's a fucking fictional character. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who really cares? We've had things taken, and I say we as Black people have had things taken from us and repurposed, and we haven't had a voice at all to stop it. Why do you feel that you get the voice to stop it now? Like, these things happen. And when we talk about representation, and even if we go into the Little Mermaid conversation, which I won't stay deep into because this is games on crack, not mermaids on crack, or fucking Disney on crack, or I'm running out of shit. But even with that character, I could give a fuck less. I think it's gonna be just another shitty live action Disney movie. That's me personally. Hey, I'd love to be wrong, but I don't give a fuck if Ariel's Black or white. She doesn't fucking exist. It doesn't affect the story at all. It doesn't. And if you think it does, that just shows that there's different perspective when you go to another race, go to another whatever, just whatever. Fuck. It's just like, get the fuck over it, okay? So representation is about the perspective. It's about ideas. We don't all think the same. We have different backgrounds. We have different things that we deal with on a daily basis. That must be acknowledged. And if you can't acknowledge that, then you can't have this conversation in a logical manner. And that has been the issue I've seen throughout all my research into this SJW culture, into representation, in video games. That's all I've come to the conclusion of. Because if you're one of those guys trying to go at the people who are clearly pandering and destroying your historical accuracy of these war games.
Battlefield 5 chose not just to erase but override history. It's a clear case of the desire for representation over authenticity going too far.
Exhibit A would be Battlefield 5. I'm sorry, but I must have been sleeping in class when they were covering, you know, women being in the British front lines in World War II.
Then there's the Battlefield 5 controversy, where they wanted to put women and all sorts of weird shit into their World War II video game. People complained about it and they were like, don't like it, don't buy it. We're here doing the right thing. My child needs to be able to play as a female in World War II because I don't have the balls to explain to her that women didn't often fight in World War II.
If you want to call me sexist for wanting a game to be historically accurate, you can kiss my cock.
God, man, y'all love this historical accuracy shit, man. Battlefield ain't even that lit of a fucking game, bro. It's not. It's not it. But it's really strange about all this historical accuracy. How about the accuracy of playing as a real person that died in the war? Would you like that? Real people died. But you're controlling essentially an avatar who didn't exist within that time and telling stories through the game which aren't the one-to-one. Come on, bruh. Y'all think y'all playing like how the shit really was? Y'all motherfuckers kill me for what y'all want to say is accurate and what's inaccurate. It's a fucking video game. Historical accuracy has never fucking mattered in video games until these war games came out. And that shit is fucking weird to me because video games, period, are a medium in which I look at as a fantasy medium. It is fantasy, entertainment, anything goes. So don't come in here saying, hey, it wasn't like this, wasn't like that. But you're playing as an avatar that didn't fucking exist in the real war. Okay? Like, let's talk about that. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, you want some edutainment? Bitch, you better invest in PBS. Donate, bitch. Go get you some edutainment over there. EA trying to get bags. They don't give a fuck. Like, why are you asking EA? You're asking EA. EA, of all people, to make something good for you before they make something good for themselves, before they appease people. They don't give a fuck. See, y'all fight your battles with the wrong people. You better get with this alternate timeline or shut the fuck up and just don't buy it. See, that's what you gotta do. Don't buy it. Understand, when I say representation, it means game development. Like, how many black creative directors do you know of? How many black lead designers do you know of? There's a whole website designed for finding black developers, blackgamedevs.com. Most of those people don't have a picture. I can't even. It does wonders for us to be able to place names with faces. It just does. Because you see it. You know, I guess part of me feeling like I didn't care about representation in video games was because I never knew that I could make them. And that might sound simple, there's complexities to it. I didn't know the route to take to become a game developer if I wanted to do that. Not until I was much older. You know, and by then, I wanted to rap. Shit. I want to rap, play basketball, do some other dumb shit. Not to say that rapping and basketball is dumb shit, but, you know, around the time that I was rapping and playing basketball, I was also doing a lot of dumb shit. So, it's the only reason I group them together. I think people have to think about resources that are put in certain communities. We have to think about the path. Sometimes the path is not established for us in the black community like it is for white people. It's just not. It's certain things that we just don't know we can do because we don't see people like us doing them. Like, the idea of being first is a pretty tough thing. It's a big undertaking. So, a huge undertaking. So, we have to put things in perspective. A lot of this comes from us not knowing. And even in gaming media, what big gaming media figure do we have? We have a lot of people who do great independent work on YouTube. We have people who do great podcasts. But when you look on IGN, who do you see? When you look on GameSpot, who do you see? When you look at any of these major outlets, who do you see? There seems to only be one type of black guy that they want. Can we talk about that? Huh? Can we? That's not to say anyone's less black, more black. It just means that it's a specific type of black guy who smiles a lot, is usually non-threatening, who gets to grace your screens from the major outlets. That's just calling it what it is. That is what it is. We all have different perspectives. And I see a lot of different type of white guys. It's like we can only be one way on cameras in gaming media. Or it seems like the people who get you guys' attention, you guys who get mad about the SJW shit, it's usually the most irrational people. The answer is twofold. It has to be up to us to start taking those steps and empowering one another. I think we need to link up a little bit more. I think we need to share information more. But I also feel like there's this contingent of people who, when they hear representation or when they hear certain words, they're buzzwords to link to SJW shit. This ain't SJW shit. This is, hey, let's have a conversation about more minds entering this industry. Let's have a conversation of more perspectives entering this industry. It has to be a concerted effort by us to make that effort. And when we're not being let in to the big doors, let's make our own doors. Let's just do that and continue to support. This isn't something that can be solved in a year, 5 years. It just takes, I feel, a conversation, and it takes effort. It's important. All of this is important. It's important to, I believe, gaming because it will keep the innovation at a high level, because I feel like the innovation is more so on the hardware side than software in this era. It doesn't seem like the software, doesn't seem like people are stepping outside of the box like they were back when I fell in love with gaming. Leave the politics. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And excuse the pun and shit, I don't do that shit. I'm not left or right. I don't give a fuck about either one of y'all, to be honest. I say this from the perspective of just me. I don't know, man. This game's on crack. I don't know why this shit just made me sad at the end. Shit made me sad. It makes me really sad that you people are arguing. What do you mean, you people? But you people are arguing some of the dumbest points down. Like, you think I give a fuck about what somebody doing in Red Dead Redemption 2? Or Grand Theft Auto? If somebody's taking out their weirdo dreams and fantasies, like that doesn't concern me. It's just, it doesn't. I don't care that Soldier 76 is gay. You tell me this fucking 3 years after the game comes out, what fucking bearing does it have on the game? Or are you just doing that so you can have some more lore? You want people to do fucking comic books on Tumblr and shit, fanfics and shit. Like, that shit be stupid to me. Oh, this Apex Legend is LGBTQT. Does it have a bearing on the game, or are you just telling me this so you can get more people into the game? Because it's not gonna matter with me, because all I'm doing is strapping up and I'm killing people. I'm trying to stay in the circle. I don't really care about if the character likes men or women or whatever. I'm strapped up, son. Give me my Spitfire right now. That's it. Representation for the sake of representation is whack as fuck. So look, man, you tell me, am I bugging out? Shit, leave a comment, like and subscribe. It's your boy Crack Diesel in this game. And this is my new setup. If y'all fucking with it, let me know. If you're not, fuck you. Nah, I'm just joking. Nah, fuck you. I do this for y'all. Stay black, or whatever, or whatever your race is. You can't say stay black anymore. Oh no, for real, stay black. If you are, stay. And fuck y'all. I know my shit was wrinkled. Bitch.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.